Hey everybody, it's Teresa over at whatwouldyourhairdressersay.com. It's an interactive blog for mostly teenagers, sometimes parents, but today I want to answer a question that a person didn't necessarily write in. This is just something that always came up when I was doing my teenagers' hair. And it goes something like this. My friends always want to go out to parties, drink, hook up with guys, stuff like that. I really don't want to spend my time doing that, but I don't want to lose my friends either. What should I do? This was super common. There's this old saying that I think is really true, and it says, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. If your friends are doing things that you really don't want to spend your time doing, if you hang out with them continually, pretty soon you will turn into one of those people. But it's such a tough thing, especially in the social aspect, because you don't want to lose your friends and start over, and sometimes depending on the school that you're in, that feels kind of like social suicide, So these are some things that I would always recommend my clients do. One, talk to your friends about it. And just say, you know what, you guys, I really don't want to do that stuff. Can we figure out something else to do and see what happens? You might have some friends that don't really want to do that either. They just don't know what else to do. And they may be open for some different ideas. They may jump on board. Or you may kind of get that blank silence of, what's wrong with that? And then you kind of know your answer, that this isn't ever going to go well. The other thing that you could do is you can start to be the idea person. So you kind of put some ideas out there for these people to think about. And you might end up being the planner for a while until they get out of the habit of going out to parties and drinking and, hooking up with guys. And they might think that, this is actually a better deal anyway. So you could try that. I always would always tell my clients, I always tell my daughters that it is so smart to have a really wide base of friends. Okay, so instead of having friends that are only in like the jock group or the music group or the theater group or the brainiacs, that you would have friends everywhere. Be that friendly person. So you aren't too cool to talk to people in the hallway. You're not too cool to go do things with people. And I know some of you are cringing and going, but my social status, who cares? Okay, I'm not kidding you. The second you walk out of high school, none of this stuff matters. So why do we really let it matter now? Okay, look at the big scope of life. How am I going to stay focused on the things that I want to accomplish in my life, right? And going out to parties, hooking up with guys, drinking is not going to get you where you want to go. Especially, these clients that would always bring it up to me because they were so bugged, like they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to be perceived as a slut. They don't want any of that kind of stuff. So you really have to start thinking about that. And then if your friends aren't receptive to that, then once you start to begin finding different friendships other places, then it's important to drift away. I know that that's really hard to hear, but it is true. And you don't have to cut off your friends altogether or anything, but if they're not really gonna, change their ways, you really do have to think about your future. Now, with your new friends, I would highly encourage you to discover some new activities, new things that you like to do. Maybe you're an outdoorsy person and you want to go hiking or paddleboarding or rafting or whatever, surfing, whatever it is you want to do, find some different things, okay? Throw out the ideas. Don't rely on other people to do that for you. Now, if somebody throws out a good idea, be a yes person if it's good, if it's not destructive and it sounds like fun and you're not going to get in trouble and your parents are cool with it, try it, you just never know what you might like. Just remember the adage, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. It is so important to choose well in this journey on your life, okay? So I hope that helps. I will see you on the web. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. And if you really like it, if you would tell your friends about it and then send me some questions, that would totally rock. I also love to speak, and if you think I'd be a good fit at your school or organization, pass it on to the people in charge and maybe we can get something worked out. I'll see you on the web.